see my guns?
I see them.
Okay. Because you're sitting across from me. There we go. Bam.
All right.
Bam. I need to get my hair cut.
Yeah, you do.
I'm never going to get a stalker looking like this. Ever.
No.
Fuck. Clean up my act.
Okay.
I want to get right into that shit we just got done watching.
Okay.
The 6 Schizophrenic Brothers documentary on Max.
Yes.
Holy shit. That was...
So,
I think
you found it.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, I think you'd like this. So we looked, and I was like, yes, I definitely want to watch that. So we started watching it. We watched one episode, and then I had to go to work. And we had to wait a few days.
Hold on. Yeah, but, okay. This is the outline that you're given, because I would like to get into the first... Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But
okay.
I was just... Backtrack. Where did this come from?
Yeah.
This is what happened. We watched one episode. During that first episode... Go ahead. Explain to everybody.
Okay, well, I mean, it's about a family, excuse me, a very large Irish Catholic family.
Yes.
And when they're explaining this, and they're just starting to describe the demographic.
Yes.
And everything else that's been...
Like how the parents met, they got married, they started having kids.
How they were just the things they were saying in the show. I had to turn to you. I couldn't remember exactly. It just was.
Oh, okay, so
it was kind of scaring me a little bit.
So first of all, they named all of the children, like as in order of succession.
Yeah, kind of the way my family.
Yeah, and
but names, backwards.
The names were similar, but I mean, my dad was Catholic family with 9 kids, and they had similar names too.
Yeah, very biblical.
Well, not 9, 7.
Or named after someone in the family. Yeah. Except for me, I wasn't named after anyone because they ran out of people to name after.
I mean, I find that hard to believe.
Because we had discussions in the kitchen when I was a kid, and where Billy got his name from, William, and where Brian and everyone else got their names from. But me, when it came to me, I was like, well, where'd my name come from? And Mom was like, well, I've always liked the name John. And then come to find out later on in life, I was the makeup baby.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we're getting way off.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways.
That's a whole nother therapy session.
Okay. So, anyways, this family, they have mom, dad, 12 kids. 10 boys, 2 girls. 2 girls are the youngest.
The youngest.
6
fucking
of the
Margaret. We'll get back to Margaret.
6 of the brothers ended up being diagnosed with schizophrenia. One of them, very early on, killed his girlfriend and shot himself.
Murder-suicide. They were in Colorado Springs at the time.
And he wasn't even the one... No, they were in California. Well, the whole family lived in Colorado Springs. Yeah,
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yes, but he was in California.
Ranch.
He was in California. But so Dad was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And Mom was
fucking powerhouse of a man.
Really,
how the fuck?
Mom was just really Catholic, and this was all about music and the arts.
This is in like the 50s, right? This is the 50s.
Yeah, 60s. Yeah,
Air
most
Force.
of the kids were born in like 50s and 60s.
Yeah. Dude, Dad's just powerhousing through everything.
Late 40s. No.
Yeah.
The oldest one was born in like 45 or something.
Yeah, the oldest fucking nutbag.
Yes, so...
That dude's still...
It was the oldest and the second were both diagnosed. The third one went off to college, was in a music...
He got the fuck away.
Hold on, we gotta back up. So, Mom made everybody play an instrument growing up. They all had to play an instrument.
You know what instrument I played growing up?
Piano.
My dick!
Okay. Anyways, Mom made everybody play piano and whatever other instruments, and then, like, everybody had a job. Everybody had to either... One person set the table, one person did the dishes.
Again, this was one of those things that made me...
like...
Fuck, yeah, because there was music and they were like there was music in the house. Yeah. Mom always played, and
always
we were encouraged to play instruments, which we were as well. Yeah. I thought something had happened to my brain.
Mom was
seriously
very involved in the arts, so like she really loved like ballet and...
Yeah, because later on when he got tapped into that after he retired.
He was raising money, bringing arts. He brought Ballet of the West, all that stuff. Anyways, back to kids. Oldest and second were diagnosed with schizophrenia. Oldest tried to kill his girlfriend and himself by trapping them in a room and mixing cyanide and something else.
I don't want to get too deep into it because we're giving it all away if somebody wants to watch it.
Oh, okay. I thought we were... Okay.
Like, I just want to discuss big parts of it.
Anyways, so... 6 out of 12 children, all boys. Schizophrenic.
Fucking nuts.
I feel like they... in
the
beginning, Dad used his power to kind of keep it hush-hush.
Yep. And they say that.
And Mom kept them at home.
And every time they, build Mom up, they fucking...
Then there's something that comes out about Mom, and you're like, ugh.
Because the second schizo was actually probably the worst one. The second oldest boy that ends up being a fucking pedo to his own sister. Yeah. So I think it's another name for it. It's like a name with something else attached.
It's not.
Is it not?
No.
What? Yeah, because it's incest. It says it's pedophilia with incestual fucking whatever.
Understood. Yeah. That's not. He's not he's schizophrenic. Period.
Yeah, but he still committed that. It doesn't make you any less guilty.
Okay, hold on. When I was in nursing school, in our psychology semester, we had to do this experiment. They give you headphones. They make you put these headphones on. And in these headphones are these voices. Different voices in different ears at different times. Some of them are growls. Some of them are voices like whispers. Some of them are people screaming at you, just screaming profanities. Oh. And then they give you tasks that you have to do. You have to write a story about something.
Oh.
Or you have to, sort things or whatever. Just a task.
Meanwhile, having all
of that going on.
Yeah.
I was in tears. It was hard. That, I can't...
What were some of the tests you had to do?
That's what I'm saying. We had to sort things, or we had to write a story. The writing a story was the hardest part.
Write a short story?
They gave you a prompt. Write about this event or something.
It looked like somebody who was, what was it, when they fucking just blurt out things?
Yeah.
And he Mary had a little fucking lamb, bitch, whore.
But, you can't think.
Yeah, because of the noise.
And there's so many different noises. There's so much different. It didn't make me angry, which I can see where, especially with men, it would make them angry.
Yeah.
For me,
Well, because it's fucking with your head. Every time you're hearing that noise, your brain is communicating with...
It's like a short circuit.
Whatever that is reacting in your brain. If it's a growl, you're scared or whatever the fuck.
They did say, because... so hallucinations are the biggest.
They didn't talk a whole lot about these guys having hallucinations.
Those are hallucinations. Those are auditory hallucinations.
I thought hallucinations were something you only see.
There's visual hallucinations. There's auditory hallucinations.
Oh, I never really... I guess you're right. I didn't really ever put it like that in my head.
But yeah, they all had auditory hallucinations.
But I think a lot of people like me even thought when you go schizo, you see, it's like you're on a fucking bad acid trip. That was what I was always taught.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you now. Yeah. That's not change.
Because sometimes it makes you want to fucking touch your sister like that fucking dude did.
Okay, anyways.
He did it.
Okay, that's...
And then we'll get to her in a minute. Because she's
really trying to teach you something, but you're not.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
You're not listening.
I am not. I'm sorry.
It's not what you think. It's not whatever you think you grew up knowing and think that all that is. It's not it. It's mostly hallucinations. Sometimes visual. I've seen people that think water is rushing in and they're freaking the fuck out.
Because they hear it?
No, they can see it. I have a guy at work who's actually blind, by the way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's blind.
Okay.
But in his mind... because he used to be able to see.
Oh, okay. So he knows what it looks like. All right. That makes a whole hell of a lot of difference.
Water rushing in, and he's like all the way against the wall, grabbing us, like, and then mad that we don't see it, and why aren't we helping? I have a lady who's also blind, which
are they diagnosed schizophrenic, or are they just...
Okay, so he is not. She is.
Okay.
He's having these for other reasons. But a lot of times if people get, like, dementia, or if they have a stroke and then have vascular dementia, those brain changes cause the same symptoms as schizophrenia. Hallucinations.
Gotcha.
But, so the lady, she absolutely
same symptoms,
is in
different
a panic
diagnosis.
at night because she is seeing people working in her room. They're painting the walls, and she's like, how long are they going to be? I want to go to sleep. One night it was, she's seeing holes in the ceiling, and why is this place falling down around me? Am I safe?
Could you imagine living life like that?
No.
No thanks. Yeah.
It would be terrible. And some people you can reorient. You can be like, you can tell them. Like with her, I'm like, it's safe. Yeah. There's no hole. The building is solid. You're okay. And she'll relax for a minute, and then she'll see it again. But, like, it depends on your approach, too.
Okay.
So, but some people you can't reorient. They just get mad, combative. They want to hit you.
Like the first son in that show was he was like the angry. He was like the angry schizo. Yeah. Would get into constant fist fights with his father.
Right.
And then
destroy the house.
Yeah. Fucking crazy, but that show. Yeah. There's so many different twists and turns. Like every time they talk good about one person, they show another side of them that's like the youngest girl, like the whole entire time you feel so bad for her.
Right.
Especially when there's only two girls. The next oldest, or the first oldest girl, gets taken to that rich ass family and just says deuces to the whole fucking family.
Right.
I mean, I don't blame her, but also kind of fucked up.
It is. I felt bad for the youngest because she was like, "Why couldn't I go?"
That was the only
good question.
Like that only female companionship. That was her sister,
right?
And then she gets to go to the rich family.
I think the only reason the younger one didn't get to go too is because I think mom was selfish. I think mom wanted another girl there to help.
Yeah,
her.
Or maybe second brother was like, "Hey, you can't let her go."
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it. But I think mom wanted another girl there to help her, and I think that was selfish.
Probably, but damn, that was so fucked up because Margaret fucking said deuces and had a great life.
Yeah.
Showed up every once in a while when mom died. Hey.
And then when mom died, she quit coming around after that. That was it. Done.
Nuts. And that way I had one more. I had another note. Oh, and then the youngest one, even though the one I was saying, you spend the entire show feeling sorry for. And then they get into this whole, well, I wanted to, when I had children, expose my children to what schizophrenia is. Oh. And it starts out with the daughter was like, there's certain ages
you should process it.
Yeah, and the brother went fucking, now, like, she may have triggered something.
Well.
Because they even said about the genome that.
Yeah, I know.
And those kids have it.
But you don't know that.
Probably.
You don't know that.
I don't, but the other ones had it when they submitted.
Understood.
And they said that it's in the family.
No, all of the siblings that were diagnosed had that same.
Yeah, and they also had trauma.
Right.
Some of the other ones didn't have trauma.
They didn't say anything about the ones that weren't diagnosed having it. They just said all the ones that were diagnosed had it.
Yeah, because the other ones didn't have the significant trauma to.
No, that doesn't. They didn't say they had the gene to begin with.
Okay, you may be right. I'll have to go back.
I am right.
We'll agree to disagree.
Oh, God. Okay. So anyways, I don't like the way she said it. I don't think she meant it the way she said it, like she wanted to expose them. She ended up...
That's how she said it, though.
I know, but I think that was just a poor choice of words. Because I don't think that's truly what she intended. I think she didn't want to hide it like her parents did.
Then why didn't she say it like that?
I think it was just a poor choice of words. But also, I don't think she had a choice because she was taking care of them. So she didn't want to hide them from her children. Because she took over taking care of those three brothers. The three that were left.
This fucking label from
the three that were left.
Yeah.
they're now in long-term care.
Yeah.
Which I called.
You called it. You called it.
Like,
you're like, you could tell the way they.
As soon as the one came in wearing like 3 shirts, and I was like, I'll bet he lives in a nursing home now.
Yeah.
And he does.
I'll give you that, W, babe. You did call that one.
But I think that the youngest, I don't think she didn't want to hide them from her children, but I don't think it was about.
Okay, he's on ADHD medication immediately. And he became so anxiety driven that he could possibly
he was scared.
Yeah.
He was so scared that he was going to develop
schizophrenia. Yeah. That he's probably going to develop schizophrenia. What the fuck?
So here's the other thing I thought also. Like, is she trying really hard to correct mistakes that her parents made by getting her children into therapy and not hiding this from her children? Or is she kind of creating it so she has more chaos to take care of? Is she one of those people, like Munchausen?
I don't know, because she's a child of chaos. Right. I mean, she's a child of trauma. Hurt people. And she had to take care of it, so now she wants to take care of her children. Yeah, like she's doing a fucking psychological...
Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah,
shit.
But not doing it the way they did it in The Sixth Sense.
Right. Well, not like... I mean, she's not, like, making her children ill but as far as... physically.
But mentally...
Is she?
Could have been.
I don't know. I was curious about that. I thought about that about the mom, too, though.
Yeah.
Like the mom and dad. Like, as soon as the first one was diagnosed, then as soon as the next one would show any sort of behavior, it was, now they're diagnosed.
I think mom was doing a lot of things right up until the point where when the youngest was like, yo, big brother did this to me, when the whole... that scene. Yeah, when it got incestuous. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, just brushed it off." And I was like, "They just talked about this woman as she was a saint because when they were blaming it all on the mother in the early studies of schizophrenia or whatever, that was like, well, it's coming from the mother."
Right.
And they were like, no, mom was like, fuck that, and did all this and did all that. And then they turn around and they deliver that fucking screwball to you. Like, no, actually, she was kind of a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. What the fuck? The documentary's nuts.
It is.
So, please watch it. I think we went a little bit longer than I thought on it.
No, I figured we would go for a while.
Yeah, that was fun.
But, so in the, I think it was in the 80s, maybe the very early 90s, Reagan shut down.
Yeah.
Am I shaking the table?
No, I'm shaking it. No. I don't care.
Reagan shut down, all the mental health hospitals, basically, because they were pretty terrible places.
Yeah.
But that left all of these mental health patients either going to prison or to long-term care.
Yeah, or out on the fucking streets.
Or out on the streets, which would end up either in jail or in long-term care.
Yeah. Or dead out on the streets.
Right. So, now, we're still in that, there's a lot of mental health patients. Schizophrenia is very prevalent here for some reason.
It's prevalent. I think mental health is an issue that...
No, I'm talking schizophrenia specifically. Here, in this area, is very prevalent.
Do you think it's due to DNA?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
so they should come out here and study these motherfuckers.
But it's something I've seen, and there's a lot in long-term care. I've never been to the jails here, so I don't know if I'm sure they're in the jails too.
Right on.
But it's crazy.
Let's get into Canada.
I don't want to.
No, that's what we were going to talk about initially before we started getting into...
Okay. I thought you meant let's go to Canada.
No. Oh. Fuck no.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Oh. What are your 3 favorite things to ever come out of Canada? Well, you know what Canadian things are, right?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Moose are cute.
Are they strictly Canadian though?
No, we have
Moosehead beer.
Oh.
Fucking green bottle though. I don't trust green bottle beer.
Alanis Morissette, Ryan Reynolds.
All right, that you could almost put that as one, depending on when we're talking.
No,
they were married at one time.
No, they never got married.
Oh well, they were fucking. Gross.
Who else?
I would say Rush. I would say Wayne Gretzky. And We're saying our favorite things or worst things? I forgot. Okay. Yeah, I'm sticking with Rush and Wayne Gretzky, and I'd go Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
Those are my three.
Oh, wait. What's the other one?
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
You like Letterkenny?
I like Letterkenny.
You never watched the spin-off of Shoresy yet?
No.
You never finished Letterkenny yet?
No.
Yeah, we haven't. So 3 worst things ever to come out of Canada. One of them, Nickelback, of course. That's number fucking
Nickelback.
1. We'll get around to that later. Hawaiian fucking pizza. Hawaiian pizza comes from Ontario, Canada, which is in Canada.
Wait, then why is it called Hawaiian pizza?
I don't fucking know. Ask the Greek guy that... Oh, I'm in the wrong app. It was a Greek-Canadian...
Odd thing to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was, I guess, probably from Greece and then moved to Canada. Yeah, Hawaiian pizza was invented in Ontario, Canada in the 1960s by a Greek immigrant, that's the word I was looking for, who was inspired by the mix of sweet and savory flavors found in Chinese food. Does Canada have good Chinese food? I wouldn't think Canada... I mean, they're really close to New York City. I mean, close enough. New York City has good Chinese food.
So,
but I don't think Canada has good Chinese food.
Why would anybody leave Greece for Canada?
I don't think Greece is doing too well financially, like as a country right now.
Okay, this was in the 60s?
Maybe he was a fucking fugitive. I don't know. Maybe he off somebody over a soup recipe. I don't know.
Okay, so a Greek
immigrant
in Ontario.
So he wasn't a citizen, so he's still fucking putting in his dues.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yep.
In Ontario, Canada.
Ontario.
Created Hawaiian pizza.
Hawaiian pizza is what he called it.
Why? I wonder why he called it. Okay, Hawaiian pizza.
I don't know why. Probably because he put pineapple on it, and pineapple is tropical.
Sweet and savory flavors from Chinese
food, like orange chicken.
I'm all about sweet and savory. Like, I love savory everything.
Yeah.
I'm more of a savory than a sweet.
I don't know exactly what the word savory means, but savory sounds better than sweet to me.
Like
barbecue sauce? Barbecue sauce.
No, like melted cheese and warm flavors and...
Like nacho cheese?
No.
That's a melted cheese.
Okay. Not spice. We're not talking spicy. Savory.
Oh.
Like, poutine.
Ew.
Gravy and cheese and egg.
Brown gravy belongs for Thanksgiving. It doesn't belong on fucking French fries.
Okay, well,
it belongs on mashed potatoes and turkey.
I just sent Emily to the grocery store to get me some brown gravy so I can make some poutine.
You're going to make some fucking poutine?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a Canadian episode.
So...
I didn't know you were going to go. Look, nothing against, I
love sweet and savory,
fucking poutine, but everything against poutine. It's... White gravy is the superior gravy, for one.
I disagree. I disagree.
Oh, the people of the South will rise if they hear you say that noise.
I'm not from the South. I didn't grow up eating foods and white
gravy is so much better than brown gravy.
I didn't grow up eating that kind of thing.
Brown gravy, I have to put hot sauce in for some reason. I have to make it bloody. And why are, hot sauces red?
Because of the peppers.
That makes sense. All right. And moving on.
That's why the green hot sauce is green, because they use jalapenos instead of, red chilies.
Oh, also, to finish off that it went on to become the most popular pizza in Australia somehow. So it got all the way to Australia, from Canadians to Australians.
From a Greek Canadian.
Yeah. So it went from...
Inspired by
So Chinese. It kind of went from here to here to here. If you were looking on a map of the world. It was to here to here.
But it was named from there.
What? No, we went from Greece. We went to Canada.
I know. We got the name from Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah. And then Australia.
All right.
That's if you could see the world in the way I picture it.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to smoke a lot of weed to do that.
Well, then get on it, girl.
No.
So that sucks. But I guess a lot of people, and I think the American culture, I'll fuck it up.
Right.
I will fuck it up. But there's not a whole lot of pizza I won't fuck up.
Right. No, that's not true. I don't
like black olives. I do not fuck with black olives. I do not fuck with olives, period. All because I ate them once as a kid and barfed into a bucket and they splashed back and hit me in the face.
Gross.
And I can never eat black olives again.
Okay,
or any kind
I
of
love
olives.
black olives. There aren't a lot of things I don't like, but I don't particularly care for, like, I love sausage. Not like
Hey,
pizza.
you do.
Shut up. But I don't like it on pizza. I don't.
What if I put a pizza slice?
That's disgusting.
Okay.
Ew. Ugh.
Yeah, there's fetish people like that.
No, I'm not one. That's not for me.
There's that scene in Deadpool when they're in Thanksgiving and they're smashing potatoes in each other's orifices.
I know.
What if I put like brown gravy on my...
Fucking gross. I am not the one.
That's a big mistake.
You would have to go outside of the
Do you think those people like, okay, if we're going to do this, there are certain like foods that aren't allowed, like
I don't
like
know,
brown
Johnny,
gravy?
That's gross.
Because you could get mistaken for something else, like
That's
fart
disgusting.
too hard.
So gross.
Let's. I want to finish off with the story about the psychiatrist that took the what ended up being 3 paranoid schizos, and then
Okay, you don't have to. Don't say that, please.
schizophrenics.
Thank you.
What? I can't abbreviate it?
No, it's bad. It's not.
It's like saying the...
Just don't, please.
That word?
It really bothers me.
Okay. Well, the 3 gentlemen who had mental issues, and they thought they were Jesus Christ, and the fucking dude that decided he was going to live with them and see how that went.
Yes. So I did some research on this when you talked about it.
Yeah.
So, in the late 50s, I think it was 1959, Milton Rokeach, a psychologist or psychiatrist, depending on where you read, I don't know.
Yeah, fucking cares. He couldn't or
He
could not.
gathered 3 psychiatric patients, each with the delusion that they were Jesus Christ, to live together for 2 years in Ypsilanti State. Hold on, I'm getting a text about groceries. Can you text Emily and tell her what kind of mayo?
Dukes! We're going fucking Dukes!
Well,
We've got the twang!
So he gathered these 3 psychiatric patients, each with the delusions that they were Jesus Christ, to live together for 2 years in Ypsilanti State Hospital to see if their beliefs would change. And in the beginning, one of them would yell at the other one that you have to worship me. One of them would yell, I will not worship you, you're a creature. And then the other one would be like, y'all better live your own life and wake up to the facts. No 2 men are Jesus Christ. I am the good Lord. Yeah, so it was just insanity. But eventually...
You ever think, like, the dude that was living with them, like went into the bathroom after one of them and kind of opened the door and was like, Jesus fucking Christ!
No.
And they were all like, huh?
No, he didn't live with them. He got them to live together.
But either way, could you
in that hospital. But so eventually he said that they would just kind of play into the other one's delusions. They would be like, oh, okay, yeah, you can say that, whatever. Like, that's not real. I know I'm the one. But they would like...
They all became... So why do schizophrenics... Because
why do you say it so weird? All right, anyways.
I slowed it down to say it for you all the way through.
Okay.
Why do they all go towards this Jesus Christ kind of... Because remember back in the show, one of them was like... And then the other one was like, I was crucified. Yes. 2 of them...
Yeah, I think there were
2 of them say... Yeah, and then one of them thought he was a prophet or Jesus or some
he thought he was the Saint Peter.
Yeah.
No,
one of the oldest ones, remember, he's like, he came back and for a while was like wearing a robe.
Right when he returned from college, that's what he would wear, a robe.
Before he got violent.
Yeah. So, okay, I think with them, they were raised very, very strictly Catholic.
So you think there's like a religious connection to triggering fucking schizophrenia?
I think there could be, but also remember what they said at the end.
I would go that far.
Remember what they said at the end. That it's the end of the 3rd episode, I think. That in 1992, when all of that came on the news, the oldest brother was watching with the mom about the priests molesting boys,
and he was like,
"Yeah," and he was like, "That happened to me." Father, whoever.
It was a German name.
Yeah, it was
and he looked like Herman fucking Munster. Yeah,
Freudenstein or something.
Yeah. But, Father, fuck me in the fuck ass.
It was that could have played into his religious issues also. I mean, because that was a traumatic event that maybe possibly helped to trigger. Because
they already had that genome that was discovered due to their blood tests.
Between the sports, head injuries.
Yeah, they kind of hinted at that just a little bit. They're like,
it was the 50s.
Well, even now, you have to make broad strokes when you're kind of diagnosed.
It's a known fact. Hockey players, football players, wrestlers, a lot of sports. But they are known to get
a lot of head contact.
A lot of concussions.
Yeah.
And especially back then.
Yeah, and the brain's a very sensitive thing.
So they already had this gene. They had this staunchly Catholic mother and family.
Again, scary first episode
in church all the time. Priests coming to the house, taking them on little trips. Things happening, supposedly, I don't know, but...
Yeah.
Molestation, that's traumatic.
The priest was taking him for like 2 or 3 days at a fucking time. And the mom's like, yeah, just go ahead. It's cool.
Well, yeah, because it looked good for the mom. Because I talked about that. Because, the higher you can get in with, the officials of the church, then you looked better.
Yeah, it's just...
It was very appearance-related for the parents.
I think that docuseries can go a little bit longer. They need to dig a little bit longer into.
They definitely.
There's so many. Like every time do you think it's going one way and it would? You could do a whole fucking show on just this one.
Yes.
Or this one, and
that's like they could have a whole season on each sibling.
Every single one, and I would love that.
I would too.
I would definitely fucking watch that because I want to know where the fuck Margaret is.
Margaret's living her best life, and she was happy to get out of there.
Yeah. Well, cheers to Margaret and to everyone else who made it out of that family. And, babe, I think that's an episode.
All right. That was fun.
It was.
I kind of want to watch that show again.